In the last episode, we sailed away from Cayo Nancy to San Cristobal, practiced sailing onto and off anchor in quite a tight spot with hardly a puff of air, and anchored in a very quiet little cove. Unfortunately, the no-see-ums were out on a mission, so we picked up and set off for Dolphin Bay, where we visit a beautiful property which is working to bring back local flora and fauna to the area and teach others what they can eat off the land here in BOCAS. Probably the most beautiful backyard we've had since being in BOCAS. I mean, the flora behind us is amazing. I'm excited to go explore it. Yeah.
We'll see if we can get off onto land somewhere.
Well, that's the place, that's the chocolate farm. That's the dock for the chocolate farm.
Right. And then all the beautiful homes around here are from
from what?
expats.
Exactly. Obviously a lot of expats living here for sure, because these houses are huge, and we saw one boat come in with an American flag, so we think it's mainly expats that live around here, but I mean, it's pretty damn beautiful though.
Yep.
So, unfortunately it's a little stormy, a little rainy this morning, but still gonna go and try out and see this tour and see what we can see. So, hopefully the rain will stay off a little bit. Wow, their gardens look amazing. Can't walk straight. I walk like a drunk.
Gary.
Hi, I'm Liz. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, and
Rui.
Rui.
And Rui.
Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
These are what the natives make. The natives, did you guys know the name of the natives that live here?
Not
Rui?
here.
Liz?
I don't know the here. No.
All right, the natives that live here are the Nobe people. If you're visual, that's N-G-O-B-E. Everyone say Nobe.
Nobe.
So these are the Nobe people. Now, you see these look like they're probably 100 years old. These are only about 8 years old. So why do they have so many holes? Well, as you guys know, there's a saltwater worm that likes to eat wood, right?
Yep.
Now what we do is we paint our boats with that marine paint, and that protects it. But the Nobe people make about $2 an hour, and this marine paint costs $350 a gallon here. So you will see them, Sheila, bailing water out until they can't bail water out anymore, and then they'll just make a new one. So I'm going to show you guys what tree it is that they use, and it's kind of a bit of a process. It makes you wonder why the hell would you choose that tree? I'm just science, buddy.
I don't mind that one day as long as I don't.
Can you try it?
I did. There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
The whole thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, that's impressive.
Good, isn't it?
Hell yeah.
All right, if you guys want to come up here.
It is sweet on the back.
I just took the whole thing at once.
Program we created called Native Farm Survival Kit Program, where we started growing hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of superfoods. We started growing jackfruit and bibiba and water apple and cranberry hibiscus and katoot. A year ago, we had 26 volunteers come here with 5 boats, and we filled up the boats with these trees that we were growing and the plants that we were growing, and we took them to our next door neighbors, which is the Buena Esperanza Nobe village. We donated them to the village, and then we had a group cooking class because we wanted to make sure that they knew how to cook with it and that it was delicious, right, Kylie? So they would be inspired to continue. So we we made cranberry hibiscus coconut curry katoot, which is a super delicious stir fry. Salud. Now we've done 3 villages so far, and now we're getting ready to do our 4th village. So I'm very excited about that. It's a way that we can give back and help the natives become sustainable, and also help the environment at the same time. Make sense? This wood here, this is called almendro. Everyone say almendro?
Almendro.
Almendro is, its nickname is cast iron wood. This is so hard, you cannot hammer a nail into it. You actually have to drill first. When I moved here, Gary, the owner before me said they have 4 almendros, and I'm like, oh, good. I know what this means. And then he said someone offered them $10,000 to cut down one of the almendros. Why? Because termites cannot eat it. Makes it very popular for construction. Historically, almendros were safe because they were too hard to cut down with an axe.
Right.
But then along came chainsaws, and guess what happened to all the almendros? So now they're almost all gone. So if you guys think this guy is slow climbing trees, you should see me. Guy, he's like the Indy 500 compared to me.
I know, he is going pretty fast to me.
So adorable. It really.
You're so amazing.
Nibs, and we put it in a 2-liter bottle of rum, and we leave it there for 2 weeks. Kind of swirl around, and it goes from being clear rum to this beautiful dark chocolate amber color. Then we take 1 bottle of our chocolate infused rum with 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, and we make better than Bailey's. You guys up for some better than Bailey's? Mm-hmm. Yep, all right.
Look for it.
Better than Bailey's.
Cheers, guys. Cheers. Cheers. Prost.
Oh, that's so good.
Now,
Tasty.
Good.
you guys have any friends?
Wants to put in like a 1,000 resort on there.
Well, the Toro is amazing. Unfortunately, it poured the whole time, so the video didn't get really made as I wanted it to. My shirt is pretty soaked. Luckily, Riri had another shirt. But we got to eat some of this is the original cacao, and the seeds in it are kind of slimy and gross. But the outside is pretty sweet and the inside is the nut. So. They're pretty good still. I'm going to eat this whole thing, I feel like. But if y'all are ever in the area, I definitely recommend coming here, maybe on a sunnier day. It might be more enjoyable. But it's definitely a beautiful place to be, and I would love to come back and do it again on a dry day.
Yeah.
But still, pretty amazing. much nicer morning than it was yesterday morning. Kind of wishing the TORO yesterday was this nice, but it's okay. But we're gonna pick up anchor and head to the other side of the lake, and hoping for a nice breeze, and we're hoping to fly the spinnaker across the lake, so we'll see. But just have it all set up now, and about to pick up anchor and go the long 3 miles across the next anchorage. I was super excited to fly the kite, as I actually haven't done so on this boat since I bought it. It was great to see that it was in fantastic condition, but we definitely needed a bit more wind. So, might look a little different today, or right now. Yesterday when we were flying the Spinnaker, I tried to send up the drone, and unfortunately something happened, and it stopped, the propeller stopped spinning, and it fell overboard. So, we went back to the anchorage, to the south anchorage in BOCAS, and stayed there overnight. We came back out today on Rui's boat because Rui has a hookah, and we can dive down deep. It's about 45 feet deep here, and I have the last known location for the drone. So I'm going to try and rescue it, just to rescue, well, at least the SD card in it. I don't know, we'll see. But it's a lovely day, lots of rain, so not the weather we wanted. But there have been a ton of dolphins swimming around us, so I'm kind of hoping the dolphins come and swim with us too and help us find the drone. But yeah, crossing my fingers, hoping to find this thing. I don't know if you can hear me over the hookah, but Rui has been down there for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, and he is such hard for this drone. Really, really sweet. I don't know if we'll find it. Going down there, it's super silty down below, and visibility sucks. And I know he's trying hard, and he's really sweet. So I'll have to get to go. So number 3 was a much brighter and clearer morning, so we're gonna give it one more shot to get down and try and find this drone. The sun's out, it's nice and calm, or calmish, and hopefully we can try and find it. Definitely no luck in finding that. The clarity of the water was no different, even though it was a bright sunny day. Still pretty shitty down there. And there's these, I don't know what they are, living in the mud, but one made a really big cloud and was kind of going away from me, and I couldn't see shit, so I was like, I think I'm out of here now. Ruru was a bit braver than me yesterday, staying down there with them, but I'm okay. Like, the drone isn't that important, but just a bummer. I was really hoping to find it. We'll see what DJI says, see if they can understand why I went down in the water and dropped, and hopefully we'll see if I get another one. But yep, it was worth a try, and interesting experience diving where you couldn't see shit around you. So, and the dolphins never came near. I kind of wish the dolphins were nearby, but yeah, the silt at the bottom was just so deep. It's probably about like a foot deep, maybe. Like,
no, more than that. I stuck my fin. It's about 2 to 3 feet.
Yeah, so like about 2 to 3 feet. It was pretty deep, and so who knows? The drone probably is like underneath all that silt anyway, so wouldn't have been able to see it, but it was worth a shot since it was only 40 feet deep. But
yeah.
Anyway, not doing that again for a while.
But the nice thing is there was a lot of fish that jumped out of the water, like jackfish and all kinds of others. It was amazing to see.
So it's a breakfast frenzy for the dolphins. They're, as Rui was saying, they're kind of circling all the fish, and even the birds are coming in for some snacks, but all the fish are just jumping like crazy over there. It's pretty amazing to watch. Breakfast time for the dolphins.
Concentrating really hard.
Yeah, so that water is disgusting. And couldn't see shit. So, and there were just too many things moving that I couldn't see. And it was creating like these dust clouds down there. As Rui had said, like he'd stuck his fin down, and it's probably like 2 feet deep. So who knows? The drone is buried underneath all that silt. But yeah, it was worth a shot. But now back to BOCAS, unfortunately. And I'll have to go find another drone. Or see if DJI can figure out why my drone just stopped flying in the middle of the flight. And hopefully they'll replace it for me. But yeah. So the end of this little trip around these islands. There's a lot more islands to explore, and I can't wait to do this again. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't run into any mangroves on the way out here. Yeah, there's definitely so many more anchorages to explore. I feel like we only got to just a couple of them. It was amazing. We love Bocas del Toro as there's so much to offer while here for the hurricane season. You aren't stuck in one anchorage. You can go out and explore much more and be all secluded with stunning surroundings. I hope you enjoyed the tour in these episodes. Until next time, cheers!